On and bring on board the management of Sri Renuka Sugar. We've seen the sugar prices that have seen a fall coming in, and Atul Chaturvedi, the executive chairman at Sri Renuka Sugars, is joining in with us this afternoon. Very good afternoon to you, Mr. Chaturvedi. Thank you so much for joining in with us. I'm just going to start by talking about the improved supply prospects from top two sugar producers of the world, that is India and Brazil. That has actually led to a fall in the sugar prices that we saw coming in. Now, how do you read this in terms of a development and its impact on the domestic sugar industry as well?
As far as Brazil is concerned, Brazil is harvesting a massive crop of in excess of about 600 million tons. So that's a very big crop. In the last couple of months, Brazil was facing a lot of problems in terms of shipping because of the rains, and Brazil also had a massive soya crop. So the ports were also chock-a-block. Now the situation has eased, and in fact, last month, Brazil has actually exported close to about 3 million tons of raw sugar. Similarly, as far as India is concerned, Indian crop number has been relatively lower compared to what we were expecting, but still at 32.5 million tons of sugar and another 4.5 million tons of sucrose getting diverted to ethanol. I think we've had a reasonably good run as far as the sugar season is concerned. And there is absolutely no reason why the domestic sugar prices should get affected, because India is sitting on massive stocks of sugar. So I think Indian consumers are very well protected and very well insulated. So that is the reason why you are seeing the domestic sugar values more or less very, very stable and moving only sideways.
Right. Also, just want to understand, given that expectation of an El Nino-led monsoon deficit, do you foresee a reduction in sugarcane output in sugar season 2023 and 2024?
Whether the El Nino is going to hit us at the beginning of the monsoon season or towards the fag end of the season, that is still not clear. But one thing is clear, is the Indian IMD, or Indian Meteorological Agency, they are saying that India is going to get a normal monsoon. If we get a normal monsoon, there's no reason why our production should get impacted. So I think El Nino is largely being ignored by the markets as far as sugar is concerned. So I'm not too, and we would much rather review the situation once the monsoon is spread, and maybe sometime in August would be the right time to assess what the crop is going to look like. But even at the normal level of crop, I don't see any reason why Indian sugar values should move northwards.
Okay, also in terms of reports, there are some suggestions coming in that the government may actually not allow sugar exports at all in the season 23-24 after capping it at 6 million tons in 22-23. So is it too early to predict, or do you see this possibility also there as a possibility coming in?
No, I certainly would see this as a possibility, because we should not forget that 2024 is going to be the election year, and with elections being held in so many states, the government can possibly ill afford to have sugar prices moving up. So the best way is to ban the sugar exports. I agree with the thinking that next year we do not expect sugar exports from India.
Now, also just in terms of ethanol story, that has been a game changer for the sugar industry. But the ethanol pricing is a concern which the industry has raised. Now, several requests have been made to the government to increase the prices. So what are you expecting as far as the ethanol prices are concerned then?
No, ethanol prices definitely have to move up, because these prices doesn't attract too much of an incentive for the sugar industry to keep expanding the ethanol play. So we've been requesting the government to at least 3 to 4 rupees liter, the prices need to move up. And with all costs going up, and there is no element of subsidy involved as far as ethanol blending is concerned, and with India committed to uh, carbon neutrality, I think it makes a lot of sense if the government for the government to actually increase the price of ethanol. So that would ensure that the diversion of sugar to ethanol will continue at a relatively strong pace. And secondly, one more thing which I'd like to share is ethanol from grain or damaged grain or rice is not going to take off big time because the volume from there is relatively minuscule. So if the prices or if the ethanol blending targets have to be met, we need more ethanol from the sugar sector. And my take is that sugar sector will need to supply close to about 7.5 to 8 billion liters if India was to achieve a 20% blending by 2025. So that is one reason why we feel that the ethanol values should go up as far as supplies from the sugar sector is concerned. And now when sugar in UP selling it closer to about 37, it's important that ethanol price is jacked up so that the incentive to produce more ethanol continues.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Chaturvedi, for joining in with us this afternoon, giving us an understanding on what is happening in the sugar space as of now as well. On that view,